How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. But if you're watching this video because your Dodge Charger won't start, then you might not be doing too good. Okay, so this is a 2014. You can see I've got my power probe and test lights and stuff in here. Just got it pushed in, getting soaking wet out in the rain, out in the parking lot. So it says, customer authorized tow in 1 hour of diag. Explain to customer, maybe additional diag. Not starting, vehicle was at mechanic currently. Mechanic says battery is good and states there is an electrical issue. This shop does not do electrical work. Previous mechanic notes, no start, no click, no crank, battery is good, checked all main fuses, they're good. Looks like vehicle was jumped backwards, needs electrical shop. So I'm already over an hour in, just out in the parking lot in the rain. I checked all the fuses, they're all good. So there's the key. You hit the button. The only thing that happens is the little off light lights up. So there's nothing, you know. It won't come out of park. You know, key fob don't work. So I haven't even hooked the scanner up to it yet, but I mean, it's going to be no communication, we know that, but I am going to hook it up and see maybe if I can enter the VIN. My assumption is that it is probably a communication issue, you know, like a module pulling down the CAN bus network. My plan for the day was actually pretty good until they said, oh, we want you to look at this one first. Because this was third on my list. I mean, the ignition won't even come on, so I know this ain't gonna do anything. So I had 3 easier cars in front of this one that I was planning on doing, and then they wanted me to look at this one first. So I do have power here. I do have power in my fuse box here. In the trunk, I've got power there. Let's see. 14. I hit automatic, but it ain't gonna work. Okay, I gotta crawl through the trunk, or crawl through the back seat here, and open the trunk up. So, if your battery's dead, this is how you open your trunk. Let's just crawl out through here. Oh, goodness. I'm getting too old for this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I am not looking forward to this. Not looking forward to it. I do not like communication issues. I do not like chasing down bad modules or bad wires on the CAN bus network. It sucks. But we are going to see. So the battery is good. It's got 12.6 volts. Got power here. Got power to my box. So I think on these, and I think there's what do they call it on these? I'm gonna have to get this opened up. What do they call it? Star connector? It's just, you know, there's like 5 or 6 different types of communication, CAN communication networks. Maybe more than that, I don't know. I've only took like a couple little classes on it, so I am not no expert at this by any means at all. So I'm gonna pull that apart there and I'll be right back. So I had the boss call the customer back to get a little more information, because you can see here somebody's jumped this car backwards. So I needed to know, did this problem start? You know, I needed more information. So the customer said that he drove the car, never had a problem. He drove it, then 30 minutes later, he went to get back in it, and no lights on the dash. It would not do anything. He couldn't get in his trunk. He had to crawl through the back to pop the trunk, and then he jumped it backwards. So now, so there was an original problem. It was something pulling down the whole system, and then he jumped it backwards on top of that. I may have 2 problems here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop out these little clips here. Well, that's my bolt. I just need to get to this right here. So this here is basically just a connector that all the modules run into. Each one of these little wires, plugs here, is a different module. I think they call them Chrysler. I think this is called a star connector. Okay, so that I should have slid that forward or towards the rear of the car, and it would have came out. If I would have looked here, I would have seen it. This one has 2 in it, and this one there's 5 wires going into this one. So, I'm just gonna, I haven't even looked up anything, and there's a little button right there, a little piece you push in. So you push in on that and then slide it. So, I need to look up my CAN bus network wiring diagrams, really, to see which ones are which in here. So I think I'm gonna go do that real quick. So I'm gonna go do a little research. Okay, so I unplugged each one of the individual modules from the star connector there. Didn't make any change, didn't help anything. Went over and did some, you know, looking at the theory of operation on the CAN bus network and all that, and thought, well, I'm gonna put a jump box on it just to see. Put the jump box on it, didn't help anything. And I thought, I'm gonna try to do a reset and take the battery terminals off and hold them together. I held them together for about 30 seconds, hooked them back up, and my trunk lights came on And I was like, boy, let's see if she'll start. And boy, she fired right up. So I do not know if it was like, so there's shut off. The dash is still working. I don't know if it was like a logic lock or what, but it's starting right up. So I'm gonna go test drive it, but I hope that, I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna pretend and act like I know, because I don't. I'm just glad that it's running. But I mean, I'm 2 hours in, hour out in the parking lot, and an hour in here unplugging the star connector, all the modules from it, but eventually what did it was just holding the negative and the positive battery terminals together, and it fired right up. So if anybody is having a problem of no lights on the dash, basically no power inside whatsoever, the only thing that was lit up was the little off right there. That's the only evidence of power in the whole inside, was that. I did unplug this little thing from the cigarette lighter. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's his lights down there. I see a light coming on. I see a light in there. So that's not, what's this? Advanced airbags. So that's not staying up and shutting that light off. So I wonder with the key off, if that light, yeah, that light's still on. I'm gonna let the module shut down. That might be why he had a dead battery right there. Maybe. I'm gonna let this set a minute and see if that light goes out. Maybe this will help somebody. Just hold your battery terminals together, disconnect them from the battery, hold them together for a minute, hook them back up, see if you have power. And then I'll go drive it and rescan it again. So far, nothing's showing up, just off of it having the ignition on, low tire. And we have a P0456 for a small evap leak, P0441, incorrect purge flow, evap system. But we do have a well, these are permanent codes. Lost communication with body control module, so that might have to run some self-tests and then reset, then it will reset itself. But there's nothing in the body control module here, so I'm gonna go drive it and see if we get any codes come back. Okay, I just got back from about a 13-mile test drive. Another code scan on it. All right, so I'm gonna scan it one more time, just to make sure. And like I was saying, I don't like sending the car out like this because I don't know, is it gonna happen again? I don't know why it happened. I don't know, and it's not acting up now since I held the battery terminals together. Everything's good. So there's no way for me to diagnose anything. There, that scanned correctly. So, and there was one other one. Oh, it was a lost communication with BCM that was here in the permanent, and it's gone. So, all right, well, I feel as good as I can about it. Now I do still want to see, let me open the door. I want these modules to shut down, and I want to see if that light goes out. You see the glove box light is on. Well, okay, the dash shut off and that glove box light is still on. So, I mean, that could have been running his battery down. So, well, all right. We'll see what happens. We'll know. Only time will tell. But it's running good. It's starting good. So, if you have no juice whatsoever on your dash anywhere in the car, or if you accidentally jump your battery backwards. Now, I'm very surprised. Of course, it was at another mechanic shop, so I don't know if they replace fuses. I don't, I have no idea. So, but I just, I mean, I did take that star connector apart. So, but when I put it back together, I took each module apart, unplugged each module one at a time, and I never got juice back in the car until I held the battery terminals together and kind of did a little reset. I guess it was, had a logic lock going on, is my best explanation. But sorry I couldn't give a definite answer to what the problem was. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day.